Welcome back to our Across the Top series. Join us this week as we spend 4 days living from our tinny on the outer Great Barrier Reef. This is our biggest mission yet, pushing our little boat more than 50 k's offshore to get to one of Australia's premier fishing destinations. The fishing is as you'd expect, bloody epic. And after a long, hot few months in the top end, we spend more time in the water than out. If you've been enjoying the series so far, thanks for your support. Every like, comment and subscribe helps keep us on the road and in the water. How you going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for joining us. We are not in the NT anymore, that's for sure. If the landscape hasn't given it away, we are well and truly into Queensland now. Long story as to how we got here, why we got here. We'll fill you in on that later. So as you can see, we are loaded up and we're doing our biggest ever trip we've ever done in this little boat. And amongst many goals, the main goal is to get out to the Great Barrier Reef. Although it doesn't look it now, there's a weather window that's starting hopefully tomorrow, and we have big plans to get out to the outer Great Barrier Reef. Will it happen? I don't know. I bloody hope it does, but we're certainly organised to do it if the weather permits. In this boat, we have got 4 days worth of stuff. So we've got 150 litres of fuel, we've got 50 litres of water, we've got an esky full of ice, sleeping gear, cooking gear. Jacqueline's brought enough stuff to keep us alive for 6 months out here. So
I admit, I have brought a lot of food.
We've gone hard. We're not going hungry. So I'll stop yakking. We need to get to one of these islands because this wind is going to come up today. We're not going to the reef today. Today's just about finding a campsite, getting to an island, getting organised, and yeah, we'll see what's on offer there. But fingers crossed, tomorrow is our reef day. We are so hopeful. Really hopeful. Anyway, we'll get organised. We'll get to this island, and we're somehow going to unload about 400 kilos worth of stuff onto the beach.
Well, this is home for the next few days. Looks pretty sick. We were hoping today to be able to have a bit of a dive around the island, but the water's looking very green, so might just be a bit of a chill day. Setting up, not getting too much done because it's pretty rough getting out here, but we made it.
That was like right on the limit, I reckon, of how rough it could be with this much weight in the boat.
Yeah, the boat is very heavy.
We've got 200 kilos of liquid in the boat right now. Yeah. 200 kilos of fuel and water, and then the swag, and then, yeah, all the camping stuff.
Food, ice.
20 litres of ice in the esky. Hectic.
Doesn't really look that windy right here, but as soon as you're out of the protection of this island, it is quite windy. So now we've got to get all this stuff up. The camp is just up behind those bushes up there, so we're going to take all of this, put it up there, and set up camp.
So last time you seen us, we were in like the very top of the Gulf, still in the NT, and we ended up driving straight across. Our trailer is just like starting to do a little bit of damage to our boats. We couldn't really summon the courage to keep heading north and up towards the Cape. It really sucked because like our whole thing this year was let's go across the top of Australia, and there's so many amazing fishing spots up that west side of the Cape and the Cape itself, so we're going to have to go back next year and do that once we sort a new trailer. But that's given us a bit of time to sort of get ourselves organised a little bit. We've got these new food tubs. These are sick. They just like hold food, and these are for the boat now, so that's freed up the esky. We've got a couple of bags of ice in the esky, so on our last trip a lot of people were a bit rattled that we had no way of keeping stuff cold, so our esky will keep ice frozen for at least 4 days while the time we're here. And another sick thing, we've had these since the start of the year, hey Jacq?
Yeah.
So this is a 20 litre water bladder, and they're expensive. They're probably like 80 bucks or something. Yeah. But for the boat, these are unreal. Like, they're called a water cell. They're not cheap, but it's a good investment because you can fit 20 litres of water in them. We have 2 of them, and we've had them for 9 months now. They've rattled around the car, they've rattled around the boat, and they have not popped yet. We're gonna get set up and maybe land-based fish, maybe get the boat back out to Savo, go for a look. Don't know, we'll just get organised. So we're just out having a look around on this island. We thought there'd be heaps of coconut trees, so we were like kind of bargaining that we'd get a fair bit of coconut water, but there's no bloody coconut trees on this whole island, so we might have to go to a neighbouring island and pinch some. But you can probably see in the water there's all this like brown slick, and it's a coral spawn. Well, I believe it's coral spawn. And the last time that Jacq and I saw a coral spawn, it was this exact weekend last year in Arnhem Land, and the days that followed were probably, I guess, some of the best fishing we've ever had in our travels. So that's pretty wild that exactly 1 year apart, maybe it's something that happens every year, I don't know, but you know, we're in far north Queensland, that's a fair few thousand k's from Arnhem Land, and it's exactly the same thing happening. Look her up. Oh, yeah. We were just on the wrong side of the island. There's coconut trees everywhere on this side.
Look at them.
I was looking at this one, I saw the tall one from a distance. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to climb up there. But then, look at these ones. Just at eye height.
These are perfect.
Perfect. Oh, they sound full as.
That is a saggy break.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You lost a nut.
I'll go get that one.
We like the ones that are real liquidy. These ones are like full to the brim with liquid, but the actual coconut, like the white coconutty stuff's not as good in the young ones. Where'd that other one go?
It's down there.
We had a pretty lazy arvo this arvo, which is rare for us.
It was so nice though.
It's good though. The next 6 or 7 days, the weather it gets better. Every time I check it, it's getting better and better. Tomorrow is now the worst day. I think we'll have a crack tomorrow and try and get to the reef, but we'll get a few more chances if it's not quite right out there. So it was probably good to have a bit of a lay day today, just to...
I think we're going to be wrecked by the end of this.
Prepare the body, but boat's sitting out here, and then how's this for a sunset? This place is wild.
I reckon this has got to be one of the prettiest places we've been, with the mountain range. Not often you get sunsets in the east in Australia, so this is pretty sick.
Anyway, we'll see you in the morning, hopefully, fingers crossed, for a big day on the GBR.
Bright and early.
Great Barrier Reef.
GBR, is that what we're calling it?
That's what we're calling it.
Not sure that's...
See you in the morning. Unfortunately, the weather on our second day didn't let us get out to the reef. We actually gave it a good crack, getting about 20 k's out before making the tough call to turn around. It was a hard decision to make at the time, but after watching the wind increase throughout the day, it was probably the right call. We spent the day doing some light tackle fishing around the islands, hoping for better conditions the following day. Well, good morning. It's actually day number 3 today. It's going to be a bad run out there, but I think we'll be all right. That's our plan. We're desperate to get out there. It's such a fine line in boating. It's like, do you push yourself, or are you pushing the limits of your boat and the weather? Like, where's that middle point of, it's a good push and it's a safe push? Don't know. Let me know when you work it out. But usual procedure, we'll get the boat all loaded. It's been bobbing around here all night. It actually rained a lot last night, so there's a lot of water in the boat. And yeah, we'll start this send out there. Hopefully we can get out there in an hour and a half is the plan. We've had a pretty good run so far, much better run than yesterday.
Way better, it's like a different place.
It's still rough. We're sitting on about 15 knots, so in our boat, 15 knots is all right. In the chop, we're getting very wet, but I think we're gonna get there. So we'll keep punching, and hopefully there's nothing too hectic in this big black cloud that's in front of us. Hopefully we'll see you in, the sound is saying about 40 more minutes we should be out there, so see you there.
Oh my God.
We made it! Yesterday was the worst day ever. It was just a day of reflection and self-doubt, sitting on the beach all day going, why are we not on the reef? And we're out here now.
Oh my God, this is so amazing.
It's overcast, so I don't know if you can see what we can see, but we're in like 10 meters of water and it is just crystal clear. Oh my God.
Vomit everywhere.
It's sick. Whoa, look at this one. Jeez, for two people that have been in croc country and brown water for the last 3 months, this is
incredible.
This is a big deal. We just need to make a plan. We're gonna go maybe. I think we should wait a little bit till we dive. We might just cast some topwater lures around and do a bit of a drift and find a nice area to dive. But this is sick. This is very sick.
You're kidding. We come all the way to the Great Barrier Reef and I'm catching squid.
That's all right. We need it as bait.
That's a pretty squid.
Please hold.
What's with the spots on it?
Well, we caught something on the reef. That's fun.
Good start, good start.
Oh, if we want to do some deeper bait fishing later, we now have that option, which is good.
First fish of the reef.
One of those emperors.
Yeah, we don't really know
which
what
we never
these
really
are.
know what they are. Show us. What were we calling them in Arnhem Land? Popeye Emperor.
Not really sure.
Someone told us that. Yeah.
Quite a pretty fish.
We can do better.
But yeah. Another one to the species count. Little stripey. Usually when we're catching stripey, that means there's also coral trout around, so
Big call.
let's hope so.
Big call. He's a big stripey.
Yeah, he's not bad.
We just couldn't resist. There's plenty of fish, but we just want to get in the water and dive. We are so excited.
So excited.
All the dive gear has been sitting in the boat for 3 months. The last time we dived was in the Kimberley, which was in, what, end of June, start of July?
Yeah.
And then now we're at the end of September. So it's been a fair few months. There's a bit of red dust through the dive gear. We'll jump in the water and there'll just be an orange cloud near us. But yeah,
Fish will come near us.
I'll throw a camera on my head and watch us miss some fish, and our breath holds
Will be terrible.
will be minimal, but it's all right. It's only shallow. It's less than 10 meters here, so Jacqueline needs a trout. Sole objective. First Great Barrier Reef trout. It's took us a while to get our eyes in because we're used to trout being 45 in WA, but they only got to be 38 on the reef. So this guy's 44 and a perfect size for lunch. So that is a great start. We'll just go and get Jacqueline one now. This is the task. G'day guys, sorry to interrupt the video, but this week's video is supported by Victorinox Sweebo filleting knives. If you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that we've actually been using these knives for a very long time, well before we started making YouTube videos, and that's because they are a really high quality fishing filleting knife. These knives are not just used by fishermen, they're also used by other professionals such as chefs, butchers, people who rely on these things for their trade. And Jacq and I, we rely on these knives to keep us well fed with all the fish that we fillet. Some of the great things about these knives is they've got a stainless steel blade. They come in a range of different sizes and models to suit your style of filleting and fishing. And finally, they've got a really durable, bright colored handle that sits really nicely in your hand when you're filleting your fish. So different styles of fish call for different types of filleting knives. So my two favorite Victorinox Sweebo knives are the 16 centimeter boning knife and the 20 centimeter filleting knife. I like to use the boning knife to separate the flesh from the fish, and I like to use my longer filleting knife to help me skin the fillets and tidy up the fillets ready to consume. So we're gonna use our 2 Sweebo knives to get these 2 beautiful fish filleted, and we're gonna make a tuna poke bowl out of our small longtail tuna and get our Mackie prepped for some meals later on. She's done it. Go on to the boat.
Well, successful first dive back. It's been so long since we've been in the water. Honestly, I don't think my breath hold was as bad as I thought it was going to be, but James got his first, and then I found and got another. It was not a great shot by me. James just went straight through the head. Perfect shot, no destroyed fillets at all. So I think we'll have mine for lunch. We've got some stuff for ceviche, so we'll chop this guy up for lunch. But yeah, God, that was fun. There's so much to see down there. The fish are just huge. It's crazy.
So my spear gun rubber just popped underwater, probably because it's just been sitting in the heat and in the boat getting salty. So this is unfixable, but I always carry 2 spare kits. So I've got spare rubbers and stuff to fix it in here, and I've also got just 2 rubbers made up ready to go because I knew this day would come. So
this exact reason.
This exact reason. You're traveling and doing lots of diving, and especially if your guns are sitting unused for ages, always have a few spares, because all I do is whack him on.
Even if you are using it all the time.
Yeah, right? And then that's ready to go. So if I didn't have a spare, my day would be done. And oh, let's just start. We're just getting fired up. We love the Great Barrier Reef.
We love the Great Barrier. we probably were just saying we'll probably just shoot 1 more trout each, and then we've got the esky back at camp. So I think the bag limit's like 5 or something over here. 7.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy. Trout. Yep. It's a big one. As I jumped out of the boat, it was under the boat.
I thought it must have been. Yum.
Oh, whoa!
Whoa!
Mackerel, and there's a shark on it!
Not in the boat!
Oh, it's a Spanish. There's a big shark.
Flick it in, flick it in, flick it in.
Oh. Yes!
That is not what I was expecting.
Hectic!
Cool.
That was sick! We're just waiting for lunch to cook. Wow, that's so cool. Look at him, little Spanish. No way, he's got a hook in him from somebody else.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
What on earth? Whoa, that's hectic. We're gonna let this guy go. Wow. So this Spanish, it was bleeding a lot, so it was probably gonna die, so we're gonna keep it as bait. But this is the hook that was in it. That's crazy. It's like, must be a couple of days old because the tip's fully rusted on it. And a little bit of Dacron came out as well. So I'd say someone's been, that's the piece of Dacron as well. Someone would have been like pulling dead baits around, but what a good looking Spanish.
Yeah, it is.
Super blue. So we'll probably use most of this as bait, I would say, because they are great bait. They're great eating, but also great bait. So he was about 90 centimeters, which is pretty fun on my favourite little stick bait, which I thought I was going to lose for sure. We're literally just waiting for our ceviche to finish cooking. Or sorry, our ceviche to finish curing. Yeah, so that's pretty funny, isn't it? Wouldn't be a day on the reef for us if we weren't having some ceviche. Haven't had it for ages, have we? When was the last time we had it? Oh, we've had some barra ceviches, but they're just not the same. A fresh coral trout ceviche just doesn't get any better. So we are gonna have some lunch. Chopped up some coconuts that we brought with us. We'll have those. It's kind of like a little, it's like having a little Gatorade, but a healthy version of it. So
Yeah.
way better. And yeah, we're gonna go do some fishing. We might do some more topwater fishing now that that's just happened.
That was cool.
Donate some lures.
Fun.
Yeah, and then yeah, we're gonna, on the way back, because it's like, oh, it's only 1 o'clock. We've only been out here for 3 hours, but on the way back, there's a few lumps that I really want to try and fish, some deeper water, catch some deep creatures of some kind.
Does not get much better than this. Fresh ceviche, fresh coconut. This is living.
So the coconut's not that fresh.
Oh, we picked it 2 days ago.
Come from the mainland.
Mainland island. I was just having a cast, and right at the boat, James reckons it must have been a Spanish, just woofed it and snipped me straight off.
If you've been following our videos for a while, you know I love lures, and there was one lure in particular. I'd had that stick bait for like 2 years. It had caught so many fish.
Yeah, sorry.
And now it's gone.
Well, unfortunately, the afternoon is getting on and we have a long mission back to our island that we're staying on. We've been sounding around for a while and we haven't been able to find anything really worth stopping on. We had a couple of drops, but nothing too exciting. We had to get out of the shallower waters just because we were getting plagued by little fish. And
little fish. We're just getting plagued by those emperor. I've asked it so many times on our channel, but I've never really got a reply. If anyone knows what these fish are, I'll put one up now. They're an emperor. Some people have said big eye emperor. Some people have said Popeye emperor. Some people said buffalo emperor, but they're not a buff, I don't think. Anyway, someone bloody tell us what they are, please. Can't find them in any book or anything. Or maybe now we're in Queensland, they might be a bit more
easy to find. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, we're gonna clean up and prepare ourselves for the mission home. It seems like it's a lot calmer than it was this morning, so it might be a bit of a better run back in, hopefully.
We've made it back to our island and we've just found out that somebody has stolen something absolutely critical, and it is so annoying. Saying they've stolen, that's probably not right. Our secondary anchor was on the beach and I dug it in a really deep hole and I just left the line laid out, so then when we come back in it's easy for us just to tie back on, and someone's taken it. So someone probably just thought that it was like left there. But that's so annoying. We're really struggling to think of what to do now. That's really bad. Well, that was an annoying end to a really good day. But like I said, they probably didn't mean to. They probably just thought, oh, beauty, a free anchor. So the boat is going to spend the night with just one anchor, which I know a lot of people would do, but I'm a stress head, so that stresses me. And I don't like the idea of swimming out to it really early in the morning because it's cold. So what I've done is with our excess anchor line, I've tied it in a little, like a bow line at the end of it, and there's about 10 meters of rope floating behind the boat. So in the morning I'll just grab my heavy stick bait outfit, cast, land it in the rope, bring the rope back, and then should be a bit closer to the boat. So yeah, it'll be right. That's what anchors are for, I guess. I just realized I left my coffee cup in the boat, so there's no way I'm not having a tea tonight and a coffee in the morning. So let's see if my system works.
Who's got a big one?
Grab the rope. We got our 2 trout here, so we had 3 trout for the day, and the plan was to get 1 for lunch, 1 to take home for our mates Jimmy and Chelsea because they're back on the mainland and we'll see them in a few days, and we have an esky with ice in it, and then this one's going to be dinner tonight. So everyone's got their own way of filleting trout, but I just don't like to rush. Put a nice cut in across the top and then follow the spine down. You've seen it before, I'm sure. There's a few things that I really get excited about in life. One of them is coral trout, and the other one is finding natural things to fillet on. I love finding like nice logs or nice flat stones or anything that is just a natural filleting table, because then you don't have to clean up. It's so sick. So we'll knock the skin off these, and what are we doing, Jacq? Fish bowls?
Yeah, I think so. Fish bowls tonight.
We'll show you some of our favourite ways to eat coral trout. Oh, look at that. Fish bowls. We're in the camp kitchen. We've just got real basic. The day has gotten away from us. It's after 6. The sun is setting. Surprise, surprise. Some oil warming up for the fish. Some rice for our fish bowls. Jack's got some veggies. Didn't show you before, but when we were trying to work out what we were doing with our anchor situation, I stripped both our spear guns of 100 meters of Dyneema off each reel in hope to like make a little weave and make an extra length of strong rope. And then I just had to think about it and went, that's dumb, James. What are you doing? So
we're just going to trust the anchor for the night.
We're trusting the anchor. It'll be right. And we're going to...
It's been fine every other night we've been here, so there's no reason it shouldn't be.
We're going to rethread 100 meters of Dyneema line each on a spear gun reel tonight as our entertainment. So
fun little after work activity.
Well, show us the magic.
If you haven't had a fish bowl before, or you haven't seen us do a fish bowl, fish of your choosing, any fish works well. Rice, then any vegetables you could possibly find.
Yeah.
Throw it all in there.
Whatever you've got.
Throw a little bit of Kewpie mayo on top. Some broad beans. What else we got in there?
They actually had umami beans. Corn, avo, tomato, capsicum, cucumber, I think, oh, purple onion. Just whatever we had, I just put it in.
It's just good tucker. It's bloody good tucker. So we're going to leave you guys there. We're on this island for another maybe 2 nights.
2 nights.
See how this anchoring situation goes tonight. But another 2 nights. I think we've got enough food and water and stuff. So we're going to have a crack at getting back out to the reef at least tomorrow, if not again the following day. So we're pretty proud of ourselves for getting out there today.
Yeah, it was just so cool.
It's so hard. You see so many people in videos and they go out when it's like proper glassy. And this morning we were just like, oh
Definitely
my
wasn't.
God. It took us nearly 2 hours to get out there. So yeah, a good reward for making it out there in a little boat.
So glad we persisted.
Yeah. So we're going to tuck in. Thanks for joining us. If you like the video, do the normal stuff. What do you do? Like, subscribe, comment, all that.
All of those.
Helps us massively, especially now that we're $150 down on an anchor, rope and chain.
Why did you remind me?
Well, we'll see you here tomorrow morning next week. Thanks for joining us.
See you guys.
Good on you, Says. Yes! Whoa, he's big!
Look how much you're shaking.
Whoa! Yes! Finally! Oh! Oh, I've been wanting a big G for so long.